Genesis 4:11 immediately follows God's declaration that Abel's blood is crying out from the ground, verse 10. Having revealed the moral reality of Cain's sin, God now pronounces the judicial consequence. This verse transitions from divine inquiry to divine sentence. The earth, which once yielded its fruit to Cain's labor, now becomes the instrument of his punishment. The verse reveals how creation itself participates in moral judgment when human sin defiles it. Verse 11, "And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand." Key phrases: cursed from the earth, opened her mouth, to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. In Hebrew, the concepts for these phrases are as follows. 1. And now art thou cursed from the earth, ve'ata arur ata min ha'adama, vata arver ata min ha'adama, ve'ata arur ata. And now you are cursed. The phrase marks a formal pronouncement of divine judgment, shifting from God's previous warning, verse 7, to a definitive verdict. Min ha'adama, from the ground. Unlike Adam, who was cursed with the ground, Genesis 3:17, Cain is now cursed from it, exiled from the soil he once worked. 2. Which hath opened her mouth, asher patsta et piha, opened her mouth, a poetic personification of the earth as a witness and participant in moral reality. The ground that once delivered Cain's fruit offering now opens its mouth to receive blood, an act of testimony and judgment. 3. To receive thy brother's blood from thy hand, lakachat et deme, achika miadeka, lakahat et me ahika miadeka. Deme achika, the bloods of your brother, plural in Hebrew, emphasizing both Abel's life and the future generations lost through his murder. Miadeka, from your hand, directly identifying Cain's personal responsibility. His hands, once used for cultivation, have become instruments of destruction. Now, you are cursed from the earth. This curse is unique and personal. The distinction signifies that Cain's relationship with the ground, and therefore with life and sustenance, is irreparably broken. The earth that once yielded crops to his labor now becomes hostile to him, refusing cooperation. In contrast, Adam's consequence, Genesis 3:17-19, affected his work and the soil's fertility. Because Cain's sin involved bloodshed, the curse corresponds to the defilement of the ground. Numbers 35:33, blood pollutes the land. The ground, now polluted by innocent blood, rejects the sinner who polluted it, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood. This poetic imagery shows that creation cannot remain neutral to sin. The earth opening her mouth implies that moral acts, especially those involving life and death, have cosmic repercussions. Abel's blood, shed unjustly, transforms the ground from a source of sustenance into a witness against Cain. The moral law is thus embedded in creation itself. Sin disrupts not only relationships, but the created order, Romans 8:20-22. The imagery of the earth opening its mouth recalls Numbers 16:32 and Isaiah 5:14, where creation itself responds to sin by swallowing the evidence of rebellion. From thy hand. The phrase identifies Cain as the sole agent of guilt. There is no ambiguity. He cannot claim ignorance or external influence. The hand symbolizes agency, intent, and action, the very faculties through which humans exercise dominion. Where Abel offered his hands to God in worship, Cain used his hands to shed blood. This is the full reversal of humanity's purpose. Dominion without righteousness becomes destruction,